just, like overproofed bread, just rose a little too much and became a big blob of hot, sticky goo with no backbone. I believe in humanity, and I believe that there's something. I believe using the words of science and the metamorphosis of a butterfly, of a caterpillar into a butterfly. I'm choosing to focus on our imaginal cells of the new potential us, let's just say, as a meditation. So in that sense, using that metaphor, or maybe not a metaphor, but maybe we really do have some kind of imaginal cells within us on a different level. Maybe they're not physical, maybe they're on a slightly different frequency, and therefore we're not finding them. Who knows? Nonetheless, even as a metaphor, I am choosing to identify and focus on those imaginal cells. Maybe they're in the heart, maybe there's, who knows, right? And I want those cells to get the clearest message, unobstructed, that they are needed now, and they are to be given just like the queen bee growing in a hive. They have to have the right, or like the little larvas, they have to have the right nutrition to become a queen bee, or else they become a worker. So I want my imaginal cells to get the right nutrition, energetic nutrition, physical nutrition, whatever, to grow really healthy. And I also want the caterpillar me to be as relaxed as possible and as trusting of this bigger picture. So hence all the exercises I'm doing to decrease reactivity and anger and stuff like this, but without suppressing it, is all for encouraging this relaxing of the caterpillar panic and the encouragement of feeding energetically and otherwise the imaginal cells of the butterfly within me. So hence the coffee house, the pumpkin carving, the door carving portal, the polar bear skull carving, the soul print of the long rifle that some people question, and I knew they would question it, and I'm so grateful that they did, to bring that to people's awareness. Why would I carve energetically a rifle when to a lot of people's minds a rifle is for killing, that kind of thing? Well, I believe that we have a lot of things misconstrued, a lot of things based on a certain reality. I understand completely why these thoughts would come forth. That's exactly why I did it. I wanted the impurities to come to the surface. That project brought them to the surface in many people. And then I wanted the soul print energy to clear and cleanse that energy. And definitely anything used for multiple purposes, some good, some bad in our perspective, needs some healing, some cleansing. So that's why I did that. Just not to deviate too quickly or too way off on a path. Let's go right back to our path. So everything I've been doing is aligning with what I've just talked about, is relaxing the panic of the caterpillar in us, and as Oracle Girl refers to as the slave self. Everyone has it. And then to enhance and put everything into those little few imaginal cells of the butterfly within us for it to grow. So opening up, that's why I want throughout the year, I want for me festivals and events and practices that enhance the growth and the focus and acceptance and belief in the imaginal cells of this new us. And even more so when times are difficult, because that's the caterpillar struggling. We got to remind ourselves of that, not to get pulled into this shit, not to overindulge in news that is amping us up and panicking us and everything else. You know, stay healthy, whatever that means to you. I'm not going to go into these polarized views. I have what means something to me. You know, I take my vitamins, many other things. I stay as healthy as I can. I eat as well as I can. I keep a healthy mind as best that I can. On and on, doing my projects that I just talked about. That for me is bringing, welcoming in health and orienting myself to the sort of sacred GPS within myself, and believing that that is within all of us, and I can connect with others in that way. And all those that come through here, clearly we get the connection. Like, it's unspoken. It's just every person that I have done a soul print on since. Sort of AR, after Raven. After Raven's physical form left. Everything is part of something really big, and we're doing it. And you guys are a part of it. I'm a part of it. It's a beautiful time to be in. Raven wouldn't have left if she didn't feel she had to go. She wouldn't have left if she didn't feel that there was something so important to do on the other side. All these are metaphors, or maybe they're not metaphors. Maybe they're exact, precise, and pretty accurate in a clumsy kind of way. But, you know, if you don't have the precision tools for the job, you use what you can. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're pioneering as we go. We're making the tools as we identify them. We're trying to get out of and stay out of the sort of, I'll call it spoiled brat within us that just wants everything fed to us in a bologna sandwich with cheese whiz format of Uber snacks squirted into our tube mouth. I'm just imagining a future of this kind of reality. We don't want that. But we do have to wake up these imaginal cells that do want to work hard to get to this goal that the caterpillar self is trying to convince us that there is no such thing. And the caterpillar self, in my way of perceiving it, is connected to a lot of stimulation on the outside that is inviting that caterpillar self to keep fighting and to overpower the imaginal cells of the butterfly, because that's not good. That's not a reality. It's not real. Whatever the reasons are that would convince one to abandon that voice will be used, for sure. That's just the way it is. So remember that lighthouse. Remember not to run from the storm. All those songs I used to play, I'm going to play them again soon. But they all say, don't run from this inner storm. There's something in that storm for us. There's a gift. And if we're running from the storm, we're not going to find it. But it's a golden key with beautiful jewels encrusted on it. And that key is to open something for all of us. And it's just floating there waiting for us to honor it and take it. It's an aspect of who we are and will be. But there are forces within us that don't want that and want us to just be caterpillar sludge. And I just, I think there's other forces that want that food of the caterpillar. And they don't want the imaginal cells to get that food for us to grow into something better and bigger. They want that food of the caterpillar for themselves and for their own lower level achievements. I would use the term battery as probably the best metaphor we can think of. Or I can think of anyways. So before I ramble on anymore on my lovely caffeine buzz, I'm going to take this to an end because otherwise I'm not going to have my bath. I would like to feel what that's like. I should have had the water boiling while I was talking. That would have been smart because I would have had one already done by now. But let's get this ball rolling. Have a wonderful day, folks. I love you all. And remember, push the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Videos are getting more and more exciting as life gets more and more exciting out here. I know it can drag on a bit, but that is what life is like. It's not a Hollywood movie. I have no editing team. It is just me, raw, out here in the forest with whatever life dishes out to me on my plate each day. Doing my best to not enhance it, not make it look better, but to give it to you as it is. So thank you, my wonderful friends. Have a wonderful day, and I will be back in tune throughout the day because I think a lot's going to happen today.